Jerry Jones is a promoter, and on Thursday, promoter Jerry was on full display. First of all, Jerry didn't have a scheduled media availability, but he decided to hold court anyways. And then he created a very sizzling new headline. Jerry thinks Cooper Rush can take Dak Prescott's job. How did he get there? Well, it started with a question I asked him, which had absolutely nothing to do at all with the quarterbacks.
This franchise hasn't won back-to-back division titles since the 90s. How much do you think about that, and how important is it to get off to a good start in the division?
The idea of haven't won since is not as big to me of just how can we win this year.
Jerry's 2-minute monologue then made a pit stop here.
Here comes Dak. Here comes Tyron Smith. Here comes Tyron. Here comes McGovern. Here comes the team.
And then a hard pivot down QB controversy lane.
Wouldn't it be something if you had a dilemma as to which way you go? You do that if he gets 10 wins. Same thing that happened with Prescott. I think like that.
So you'd want that? You'd want that controversy?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course that means we'd won. If it comes in there and played as well as Prescott played, Rush played that well over these next games ahead, I'd walk New York to get that.
But for that to happen, Cooper Rush would need an opportunity like Dak had back in 2016. Prescott got to start the first 9 games of that season, going 8-1 before Tony Romo conceded his starting job. On Tuesday, Jerry indicated that this Giants game could be the last one that Dak has to miss.
It really could be a minimal of 2 weeks up here.
Dak wasn't gripping any footballs in front of the cameras Thursday, but wasn't empty-handed either. And based on what Jerry's saying, the main thing that could keep Dak out for an extended amount of time would be if he struggles with his grip. Even if that opportunity were to present itself, Cooper Rush, the same backup QB that Jerry Jones cut loose for Andy Dalton 2 years ago, would then have to play well enough to steal QB1 duties away from his $160 million teammate.
Do you think he can do that?
Well, I don't know that, but I would. You can't find on record where I said I thought Dak Prescott could do it when he stepped in and had the chance to do that, but he did it.
On second thought.
So do I think that it's possible for Rush to come in here and play at a level to win games the way Prescott did when he took over for Romo? Yes, I do.
Once again, Jerry wins. His headline stuck. We're here talking about it after all. But Ezekiel Elliott, he knows what Jerry's doing.
Yeah, he wants y'all to be clicking and listening to him too. It's all marketing, man. It's all marketing.
And even now, 3 weeks shy of his 80th birthday, Jerry struggles to stop marketing, to stop talking about his Cowboys, even when his communications team tries to pull him away.
You ready to go?
No, I'm good. Okay. I'm good.
One more, Michael.
Did I got a place to go?
You tell me.
No, I'm sorry. Going like that.
By the way, Cooper Rush was asked after last week's win if he thinks he can be a permanent starting quarterback in the NFL, and he totally sidestepped that. Now he'll have to do another juke job answering for Jerry's comments here Thursday. When Rush meets with the reporters next, that will most likely be on Friday. At the home of promoter Jerry in Frisco, I'm Jeff Kolb, Fox 4 Sports. It was emotional and uncomfortable, but once again, Dak Prescott was willing to publicly discuss race when asked Thursday about the Jerry Jones photo and LeBron James comments. Back in 2020, in the wake of George Floyd's death, Prescott used his platform to speak out about race in America, sharing his feelings in a 4-page Instagram post and pledging $1 million towards education that would address systemic racism. On Thursday, speaking vulnerably in front of cameras and microphones, Prescott expressed his optimism for the future and his gratitude for the progress that has been made in this country.
Obviously, we can be more empathetic and just and give grace, obviously, to one another. Regardless of race, obviously, from the times that we've come from to where we are now, thinking about the growth that we've had, that's who I am. That's how I think. I mean, optimistic, a guy that is completely biracial, black and white. I wouldn't be here if it was still that way, so I believe in grace and change.
For the Cowboys' 29-year-old quarterback, the photo of his boss on the wrong side of integration is on one hand not so far in the past.
It wasn't that long ago that we were all sitting on different sides and that we weren't together. I'm here for growth and giving grace and trying to make this world a better place, and that's who I am at my core and all I believe in.
In another vein, Dak made clear his feelings that the Jerry Jones he knows has come a long way, while also wondering if we, the members of the media, have done well enough in our reporting on race.
It's 65 years ago, and how times have changed. I mean, look at the man's resume since then, right? And as I said, I give grace, and I think that's a conversation and a question not only for him, but for you guys and how y'all feel, how accountable y'all have been and covering and discussing the disparities and differences in race.
Surely the collective media can find room for growth in reporting on race, just as society as a whole can in discussing issues of diversity and equality. But however you feel about the Washington Post article and photo release, one of the NFL's oldest issues is now squarely back in the spotlight: a longtime lack of minority head coaches. At the Star in Frisco, I'm Jeff Kolb, Fox 4 Sports. Mike, more likely than not, we've seen the Cowboys play at AT&T Stadium for the last time this season. As it stands right now, Dallas would likely, keyword likely, have to win 3 road playoff games in order to make its way to Arizona for Super Bowl 57. Now, the Cowboys have been almost unbeatable at Jerry World this year. They've won 7 games in a row there since losing the opener. But the Cowboys are also just 3-3 away from Arlington. Now, 2 of those 3 losses in Jacksonville and Green Bay involved the Cowboys blowing double-digit leads and losing in overtime. Dallas was a road favorite heading into both of those games, and now the Cowboys are almost a 2-touchdown favorite for this one here in Nashville against the Titans tonight. This is a very unique scenario with the Titans, as we've discussed all week long. Long story short, the game will not affect the Titans' playoff chances at all. Because of that, Tennessee is likely resting several key starters. Dak Prescott could care less about that. He's focused on trying to gain more chemistry with this offense heading into the playoffs and on trying to end his 5-game streak of throwing an interception. If Dallas's path to the playoffs winds up being all on the road, number 4 says, so be it.
It's fun. It's fun. I mean, for us to get to where we want to go, we've got to play some tough games against some great opponents and win them, and that's really the only thing that matters. With the way this team is built, we're fine if it's on the road, if it's in different elements. Yeah, our communication is great, so it's not daunting at all. It's fun, but in the meantime, as I said, we're going to stay where our feet are and worry about this Thursday in Tennessee.
Again, as you said, Mike, Tony Pollard reportedly ruled out for tonight's game with a thigh injury. Micah Parsons also questionable to play here against the Titans. I should have more on Parsons and also star running back for Tennessee, Derrick Henry, coming up live on Fox 4 News at 6. Mike?